second graders. So we are on Eureka today, Module 1, Lesson 4. So let's go ahead and check to see what our objective is. Our objective, we will make a 10 and add within 20. So we're making 10s again. We've been doing this all week. Words we need to know. Before we get started, I'm going to be using these words a lot. Decompose. Decompose is to break a number apart. You can also use a number bond to do that. We practice number bonds, so it's kind of nice to be able to decompose numbers. You take them apart and you make them smaller. And then sum. The sum is the answer to an addition problem. So our goal is to find the sum to problems by decomposing numbers. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, so to review, how do you decompose a number? Well, remember, you decompose it. You break it into parts. So I have this number right here, number 7, and I'm going to go ahead and decompose it. Now, with decomposing, there's not one way to find the answer. For example, my number 7, I can either decompose it like this. I can say a 7 is a 6 and a 1, or I can say that a 7 is a 5 and a 2. Or I can say that a 7 is a 7 and a 0. Or I can also say that a 7 is a 3 and a 4. Now remember, we can add in any order. So I could even say that a 7 is a 4 and a 3. So there's lots of ways to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this up right here. And then let's go ahead and talk about 4. You could do 4 plus 0, 0, and 4. I'm going to stick with the basic 2 plus 2 because I like 2 plus 2. I like doubles, so that's what I'm going to work with. So that's how you decompose a number. Okay, so let's make a 10 to add. Let's go ahead and solve 9 plus 5. Now, a lot of you guys can do this already in your head, but let me introduce you to a new strategy, because when we start adding bigger numbers, this might help you add bigger numbers, not just 9 plus 5. So let me go ahead and show you a new strategy. Okay, let's make 10 to add. Solve 9 plus 5. We already said that. So if you could see me right here, I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about that number 9, and how do I see it in my head? I kind of see it like a 10 frame. When I see the number 9 in my head, I see my 10 frame and I see my 9 circles. And how many more circles do I need to make it a 10? Well, I only need one more circle right there to make it a 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decompose this 5. Okay, I'm just going to put that little mark like that. That's how easy it is. And if I need one more yellow to make a 10 for my 9, I'm going to put a 1 right here, and then I'm going to put a 4 right there, because 4 plus 1 equals 5. I could even make it a number bond if I want to make it a little clearer. So what I ended up doing is, look, if I put this 9 and this 1 together, I have a 10. So then what do I have left over? Right here, I have a 4. So this ends up being 10 plus 4. So what is 10 and 4? We talked about that already. That is 14. So 9 plus 5 also equals 14. So they're related facts. Okay, let's check out the next one. Uh-oh, I have 9 plus 5 again. You know, sometimes when we think of numbers in our head, you might not be able to make a 9 in a 10 frame in your head, but you can make a 5. It doesn't matter with addition. With addition, you can add in any order. So if you want to make that 5 in your head instead of the 9, well, let me show you how you can decompose. How many more do I need to fill this up? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if I can decompose this 9 with a 5, I know that 4 plus 5 equal 9. So look, I still have 9 and I have a 10 right here. So what am I adding? 5 plus 5 equals 10, right? And then I have this 4 left over. So I end up adding 10 and 4. So you can see it's the same answer. It doesn't matter which number you want to decompose. They all work the same way. You still get the same answer. Okay, let's try another one. 7 plus 6. Let's think about that in our heads. Let's see what you can do. I'm going to kind of pause here for a second, and I want you to think, what can you do? Okay, do you have enough time to think about that? All right, let's go ahead and think. 7 plus 6. Now in my head, I saw the 7. So let's see how many more I need to make my 10. 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more to make a 10. Now I know to get 6, I just need to add 3 plus 3 because that's a nice number with a double. So this 3 plus 7 equals 10. And then what do I have left over? I have the 3. Keep in mind, I'm not using the 6 because I decomposed it. I broke it down. I don't need the 6. I used part of the 6. Now I need to use this part. So plus 3 equals 13. So that means that 7 plus 6 equals 13. Okay, let's look at it another way. Same problem, but now instead of seeing the 7 in my head, I saw the 6. So how many more circles do I need to fill that up? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to decompose my 7. Remember I decomposed this at the beginning of the slideshow and my 7 was made of a 3 and a 4? Well, look, my 6 and 4 make a 10. So this ends up being 10 plus 3, just like on the last slide, and it equals 13. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Ben had 8 pencils and bought 5 more. How many pencils does Ben have all together? So let's go ahead and think about it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use these numbers right here in a number sentence. Ben has 8 pencils. Ben had 8 pencils and bought 5 more. How many pencils does Ben have? All together. All together is one of those words that tells me I need to add those numbers up. So I'm going to write a number sentence right here. 8 plus 5 equals, and I don't have the answer. Now I can go ahead and decompose and make a 10. Now if you can add 8 plus 5 and you know that you're right, awesome. For today, I want you to just try this strategy because remember, this strategy is going to help you add bigger numbers later on. So I know that my 5, in my head I see an 8 in my 10 frame. I know that I have 2 little squares that I need to fill. So I'm going to make my 5 out of a 2, and then 5 equals 2 plus 3. So I'm going to add these 2 numbers right here, 8 and 2. 8 and 2 equal 10, and then what's left over? This number right here. I'm not going to add the 5 because I already used part of the 5. So I'm going to use this part of the 5 now. So 10 plus 3 equals 13, and that's our answer. So our lesson is nice and short today. If you have any questions, don't forget to get a hold of me, and let's go ahead and practice our seesaw assignment. Okay, on this slide, we have a thing where we can decompose. So right here it says solve, and it says 9 plus 3 equals. You're going to type in the answer here. Now, if you can add on your own, awesome sauce. That is great that you know your math facts by heart, but what I want you to do is I want you to use one of your tools. You can use the pencil, you can use the magic marker, and you are going to at least decompose this number right here, the 9, okay? I'm making it a little bit tricky for you. What do we need to add to the 3 to make it a 10? Well, I know my rainbow numbers, and I know that if I put a 7 here, and I have a 7 and a 3, that equals 10. So how many more do I need to make 9? That's a 2. And then what I can do is I can actually, look at that, 7 plus 3, and then 2 more, it's 10 and 2. So look, do you see how those math facts are related? So that's what I want you to do today. So I kind of did this one for you. So I have one for you to do on your own. I want you to do 8 plus 4. And I want you to break apart the 8, and let's see how you do. On the next one, you can see on number 1, I gave you an example in 8 plus 4. Look at that, I gave it to you right there. So go ahead and do these problems here. You can just write on it with a magic marker. If you want to use the text tool, you can do that too. Now, if you want to use this strategy, go for it. If you want to just add them because you know these facts by heart, you can do that too. But I'm leaving this here for you so you can practice. And then you have your own story problem today. Let me read that for you. Lisa has 2 blue beads and 9 purple beads. How many beads does Lisa have in all? And then you're going to write a number sentence here so you can see your numbers. So you'd write like 1 + 2 = 3, but you're not going to write that. You're going to use the numbers here. And then look at the sentence below. Lisa has blank beads in all. Click right here and finish the sentence. And that's it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and have fun, second graders. Until next time, bye.